kind of switch gears a little bit because this
Okay.
is like on my mind heavy.
Yes, sir.
I just finished watching the Kanye West documentary,
Good one.
and
Great one, really.
my whole perception of Kanye has totally changed, man. It totally changed.
I'm sure.
Because I guess from his perception or his image,
Right.
he was an asshole, and he would say shit
Nah.
that I didn't agree with.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But the way that the documentary was told, and shout out to Cootie,
Yes,
it's Cootie
sir.
and Chike.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to them for the documentary.
Yes, sir.
I want to get your take on it, man.
Honestly, I think it's genius. He's always been considered a genius, though, to be honest with you. I told somebody this the other day because, to me, on the industry side, you know, I've had some contacts with him. You know what I mean? I have some come-ins with him because working Def Jam, all of that. But, you know, you hear the war stories about one that complains a lot and diva, but, you know, he's been very consistent, so I don't take it as the same mentality as some other people do. Now, the one thing I would share with you, beyond just Kanye, when they come to be, and this is by my experience, and coming in contact with some very extraordinary individuals, when rare as they be a lot of times, they got some weirdness about them, bro. Extraordinary as they gonna be, they're gonna have a little twerk or quirk about them that's gonna be like, you know, what's that? But that's the uniqueness side of him, just to be honest with you. And his was very consistent all his career, if you think about it. He sit in that room, if you watched it, when he was broke as ever. And the one thing he's been consistent about is fuck this industry shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know, so is he really crazy? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you look at it and pay attention, I can see what some things that took him there. Him lose loss of his mother, I think that would do any of us bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and you gotta remember, he's on a real live short leash but a long handle, and everybody's watching him. See what he's gonna do next. But I think he's really took his situation and did extremely awesome with it because he's fashion in his music, and I am who I am. You can like it or you can hate it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you come to live life. And eventually, when you make it anyway.
Yeah. And I could see from how they dropped the documentary. I could see from the second one to the third one.
Right.
Is when I felt the change.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's the growth of it. And I heard Leor Cohen said, I watched the interview of Leor Cohen, and he was saying to be able to manage a small thing to when it become big it can always get dangerous.
Absolutely.
It can always get dangerous. And I was
Absolutely.
like, that's exactly what happened in the Kanye West situation.
Sure, you're right.
Because it was just him and his little crew.
Absolutely.
But once they got to the masses, it was like,
Out of control.
yeah.
Out of control. And it's a such thing, though, man. You got to remember that. You know, because let's be 1,000. Things can grow to beyond your imagination. And that's when the changes come. That people got to adapt. Let's be 1,000. You know, I only could say he couldn't imagine he was going to be that big.
You don't think so?
Well, you can only hope, prayer, and dream. But still, once you get there, you got to be able to know how to handle that, too. So that's why I say it still had to subside beyond what he ever could have fathomed. To have that much attention, him walking down the street bumping his head. And it was what everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
He couldn't imagine that.
Right.
Now, I do think he imagined that he would be huge, be one of the greatest, which he's that. But I'm talking about the attention span of people really want to see this man, and in so many ways, every little bump, bruise, and whatever, you know, that just had to be beyond anybody, I would think.
Yeah. And that's got to be hard, too.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of, like, I know from me, well, at least from the outside looking in, it looks like fame is fun. You know what I mean?
Man.
It looks.
Well, I say this to you from my experience of being around it. It's a real life sacrifice too, bro. Because you don't get you give up. Think about it, Michael Jackson. He never was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, how often did he get a normal life? He had to fight for it. You know what I mean? He had to create his own bubble that was normal to him of some nature. But then again, he's so extraordinary at that point. It looked weird to us. Like, how this man got this whole zoo
In his backyard.
in his backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but he created his own world, his own bubble, in a sense. And I get it. but he didn't really have a fair chance to say. He was in Vegas at 7, 8 years old. They said, and however old he was, they wouldn't even accept it. If you go back, I'm gonna tell you, it's a documentary you need to watch. Is the Quincy Jones documentary. It opens it up from a different perspective of the Michael Jackson thing than what the family tells. And it's not a bad. I'm just saying it's from his dealings and going back color barriers of when people was in certain places. Like Vegas wasn't accepting us out there, even though we was entertainment.
Yeah.
But now you come to me sitting here talking about Jackson 5 family was some of the first folks on the block. And they was kids, bro, in Vegas entertaining.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
People don't talk about where was school. When was they going to school?
Yeah. Yeah. They couldn't go to school.
That's my point. They
couldn't have no social life.
They had none of that, bro.
Yeah.
So just to, and then you want to ask why one may act weird or why they may be different or why they carry on different. Shit.
And that fame, you can't turn it off. You can't just be like, all right, I don't want to be famous today.
Think how many people that's died for it, bro. They sacrificed. I've told people, I say this, and I'm gonna say it on record for once. Even getting into music, and you start getting around it, and you see the knack of it. I've always said I never really wanted to be famous. I just want to be wealthy in this game. You know what I mean? As far as financially and be set and straight. I never really wanted the fame. You know what I mean? I downplay it for better words. You know what I mean? Because that comes with a different type of pigmentation and whole thing. Be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.